Mike, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I love the holidays. Love it.
Do you love it? I mean, you're trapped in your office here basically for the holidays. How much do you love it?
I love it enough. It was funny. I was talking to Craig the other day, who's 16, my son, and he's in the car. He's like, I just don't like Christmas as much as when I was a kid. It was so bad. He's just talking about getting older. It's just not the same. It's like
Just wait till he's our age, and just
That's
another
right.
day.
Just
Well,
another day.
we have serious stuff to get to. Our Christmas gift to everybody is we're going to do a random thoughts in under 15 minutes. We're actually going to try and do it in under 5. So let's see if we can pull this off. There's a lot of Christmas stuff to get to, and that's what we're going to do today. So I have a couple questions. You have a couple questions. We're going to go quick on these holiday random thoughts. Basically, no work. 2020, we're leaving it behind us. We're moving into some holiday talk. So we got some fun topics. Are you ready? You saw the questions ahead of time, but I don't know your answer. You don't know mine. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
go. You go first.
Let's do it.
First.
I will. I'll ask you. Okay.
Okay.
First question up. Best Saturday Night Live Christmas skit. They just had the Christmas episode on last week.
Yes.
What's the best Christmas skit?
My favorite is Steve Martin's monologue, his Christmas wish, where he's sitting in the chair and it starts with, I wish all the kids would grab hands and sing together, and it just gets more and more to, I want all-encompassing power over my it's hilarious every time. First time, 10th time, I love it. All right,
It is.
Yeah.
And there's a skit. That's a skit that's perfect for the guy doing it too. I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah, he nails it. Yep.
Mine is also a classic. Dan Aykroyd, Bag of Glass. It's the bag of glass. It's a bag of glass. Hey, hey. I mean, just because it's just so absurd. The more he goes on, and he takes something so obvious and ridiculous and just turns it into a classic. So
that one is timeless. Yep.
Yes, that's my favorite. All right.
I got a question for you. We grew up in the days we watched a lot of TV. There were a lot of holiday episodes. So then, now, whatever, what's the best holiday episode of a TV show?
Oh, that's a good one. It is a good one. I loved it because you and I could do a whole hour on we're kids of the 80s holiday. But for me, it's the easiest. It's a Festivus for the rest of us. It's I mean, it's the best TV show ever. Seinfeld. It's the best episode. It's a holiday special on its own.
Yeah, they avoided Christmas altogether.
Yeah,
and then managed to do a holiday episode. It is brilliant, timeless like anything else.
That's right. What about you? Where are you at?
Mine was I was a big Simpsons fan, and they did a few Christmas episodes, but I loved the one where Bart shoplifted a video game, and and it so disappointed Marge, but it ended up, she's disappointed, but then he wins her love back. So it's heartwarming. It's everything at the same time. But my favorite line from it is when the commercial for the video game called Bone Storm comes on. And it's, now tell your parents, buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. And Bart runs into, his parents, Mom, Dad, buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. And Marge, Bart. And Homer says, classic line, son, in this house, we have a little word called please. Back what Simpsons was one of the best of all time.
Well, and it's on, and it's still on. I mean, kids today could be enjoying it. But Mike, I got a surprise for you.
Okay.
What are the kids today enjoying? So to help with that, we're going Gen Z. I'm bringing my Gen Z daughter on to answer her. Let's see where their head's at on this. Are you ready?
Favorite episode. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
She's well, we might have lost her. She might. Oh, no, she's coming in. Here
Kendall
she comes.
Brugler. Hey.
Kendall, you're on mute.
Hey.
Hey, don't be so excited, okay? Leah was a lot more excited to be on Random Thoughts. She's in the basement. Mike, ask her the question.
Okay. The question: what is the best holiday episode of a TV show?
Well, we mostly watch the Office ones, but I do like the Festivus to the rest of us. Because I watched that episode before I even watched Seinfeld. But my favorite is probably either one of the Office episodes because I go between Benihana Christmas,
Oh
but I
yeah.
also really like Classy Christmas because that's 2 parts.
Yeah.
Classic Christmas.
I remember the Office ones are fantastic. I still like the original, the Yankee swap. Just that that was one of the first episodes I saw, and you knew watching that show, oh, this is pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this until the very end. But yeah, the Christmases were great.
Yeah, the Yankee swap's good. It's dated. The biggest present's an iPod.
Yeah, we have to explain that to the Gen Z. Well, that's nice. Wise beyond your years, Kendall, like in The Office. And
it's making a comeback though because a bunch of kids watch it.
They do. A bunch of kids. Nice.
Must be because of your good parenting.
Well, Kendall, you're an influencer.
Or because it's on Netflix.
That could be it too.
Well,
all right, let's get her out of here. Enough from you.
If we keep her, we're going to go over 15 minutes, aren't we?
That's right.
Thanks, Kendall.
Bye, Kendall.
Bye.
All right, so I'm up next.
Yes.
My question's up next. Okay, so the most overrated. We've had good stuff. What's overrated? Anything. Most overrated Christmas, holiday, whatever.
I didn't even have to think on this one. The song Jingle Bell Rock. The worst of the holiday songs. And it's like we got jingle bells and then somebody added the word rock to it. And you think, oh, it's Megadeth here, it's Black Sabbath. No, it's boring. Dun, 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 dun. And nobody, I can't think of anyone who's done a good version of it. Hall & Oates? No. It's just sad. Overrated. Nope, I'm leaving this one. Leaving it.
You're out. Oh, so for me, it's a good, I like and I hate it. So I really like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but to me, I feel like it's hit this, like that and like the David Foster, like this like rock holiday that gets hit this point where it's like, all right, enough. We don't need Headbangers Ball versions of everything. And that's kind of like, it's like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I mean, they start promoting these things in September.
Yes.
What's the deal? I mean, it's good. I like it. I like Trans-Siberian. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm not saying it's so good, but like, it feels a little overrated to me.
I mean, damn, it's funny you bring this up. Now we're going to go over our allotted 12 thoughts, but I saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra live like 10, 15 years ago. And it's a really good show. I mean, they do the Christmas show and it's da-na-na-na-na-na-na, like they play that 3 times. And so it's like after an hour and a half, they do the Christmas show and it's like, whoa, that's something. And then they said, now it's time for intermission. And they came back and did another hour and a half of like covers of like Zeppelin and things like that weren't even Christmas. So I remember that being like Springsteen-esque for going on 3 hours. But
yeah, that's pretty class. Yeah, that's so no offense to anybody out there that has been and loves. I'm with you. I like it. It's a little much. Okay. All right, you're up.
All right. Is kind of question the best organic Christmas tradition. Something that's come along and whether it's pop culture, real life, that you wouldn't think has become a tradition, but it is.
Well, I think for me, it's a more of a regional thing, but it's still when I see Great Lakes Christmas beer, a Christmas ale in the beer section, and it's just something about seeing the green train car with the red bulbs in it, and the stores that try to make their homemade versions of it in there to feature it and promote it. And every year, because like it's getting early, it's like, no, listen, Christmas ales, Christmas music starts November 5th for me. That's when I don't drink one before it, even though they're coming out, because that's when it was always available around that time. So for me, it's become it kind of hit this and crescendoed a little bit. You might remember like 8-9 years ago when they were running out of it everywhere. But so it's leveled off a little, but to me, that's the organic for me.
Yeah, that is it. I think somebody tweeted about Christmas ale, about how the worst hangover I ever had was the morning after I had 2 Christmas ales.
It's a little easier to tolerate these days, but when you first jump into the Christmas ale, like, oh, these are going down. You get the cinnamon sugar rim.
Yeah.
What about you? So what about you?
The organic Christmas tradition for us at our house, it's watching the NBA games on Saturday. Where it used to be growing up, there was like maybe 2 games on Christmas Day, Celtics, Lakers, and Sixers, Knicks, or any combination. But now I just love that it's noon to 11 o'clock. We just have that on in the background, and it's, we like watching it in our family, but it's good noise, it's good sport, it's good competition. It's something I wouldn't think became a tradition, but I like having it there. I'm sorry for all the players who have to play on Christmas, but it's for me.
It's for us.
Think about me.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. NBA action.
I'm with you. I like that, and they give you a chance to do the Christmas uniforms and the special promos. Yeah, it's just good, and those are good games. Like, they promote some good games, so they're fun. Okay, so our last question, I got it. So your give me your Christmas movie that's not a traditional Christmas movie.
Okay,
it's one that's become a Christmas movie.
That's right. Yeah, to me, it's a movie that I would only now watch at Christmas time and no other time that makes sense. But it's not a Christmas movie. It takes place long before, not even close to Christmas, but it's Titanic. Because I remember when it came out around Christmas, and I think I remember seeing it then, but for whatever reason, I think it comes on, one of the networks airs it around Christmas time, and I just think, I associate it with Christmas. I don't watch it every year or anything like that, but if I am going to watch it, it's going to be around this time. So for me, I go with Titanic or Die Hard 2.
Well, what I was going to say, people are holding their breath, waiting for us to say Die Hard. Guys, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's not in this special category. So if you're thinking we're going to say it, already is. And for those of you, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Die Hard Christmas movie, Die Hard 2, not.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
We'll save that for another episode. But
that's a whole other. And so then people are like, well, what about Rocky IV, because he fights on Christmas? No, that movie ended the Cold War. That's the greatest movie in a whole other sense.
That's right.
So for me, I have two daughters, and I realized this year it's I don't know if this is a Christmas movie, but for me in my head, it's becoming one. Is Mean Girls? Because of you hate that song. You mentioned it earlier, so I figured we'd bring it all the way back. Because of the big show number they do, and it was here last year in as a play. It was at Christmas time, which it felt like they were promoting it as a Christmas show. My family went. I did not. We had Leah and I had something else to do that day. But so for me, it's starting to become, and my kids love it so much. It's starting to become a Christmas movie for me. So that's mine. We could go on and on about that. That is one we could.
That's a great question. Yeah.
So, all right. So, Mike, I don't know if we did it. I still don't know. I know it's not been 15 minutes, so that's a win in my book.
Okay.
I'm giving you the last word. As you said, you remember what it was like to work in the office way back when, turning off the lights, closing the year. I'm letting you close out the lights here, Mike, on 2020. Give us a party shot. What do you got?
I'm glad that 2020 didn't happen 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. I think that would have been what was done without DoorDash and streaming and all those good things. But I always cite the Tom Petty line where he says, most of what I worry about doesn't happen anyway. And you think, oh yeah, that's a good way to live, because you worry and it doesn't happen. Well, this year it did happen. A lot of it happened, but I'm hoping for a lot of us, we came out stronger on the other end. I think we've learned to empathize with each other just a little bit, learned to listen a little bit more, and quite honestly, we're getting through it. It's been 9 months. We don't want to go through those 9 months again, but it does feel like, going back to the NBA, if we're going to go full circle, we have come back from a 25-point deficit and have almost tied the score. But sometimes in the NBA, they use all their efforts to come back, and then they can't close out the game. So I think we're at the point where over the next few months, let's close it out, everybody. Let's be safe. Let's be smart. Let's stay well. We're almost there. We're going to win this thing, and do it for those who have had a tough time as well. But 2020, I won't miss it. We will always remember it. But yeah, here we go. The year will never forget and do not want to remember is a good way to put it. So that's Mike, right. I appreciate all the holiday fun. It's been a good one. We will see everybody next year. Yes, I was an annoying guy. I was like, see you next year. Hey, everybody. See you next year. Have a great holiday. Have fun. Stay safe. Merry Christmas, Mike. Merry Christmas, Ben.